Hello, you guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know, I'm Mr. Williams, the school counselor. We are here to introduce the character word for this month. And we also have a new special guest to help us introduce this word. So, without further delay, I'm going to see if you guys can guess who our special helper is this month.
The character word is forgiveness. Forgiveness.
I think that one was kind of easy. I think everybody knows that's Miss Smith, our lead teacher. And the character word for this month is forgiveness. And all forgiveness means is the act of forgiving. So, the first step in forgiveness is acknowledging the pain. Many times in our society, especially as young men, we're always told to suck it up, to man up, to get yourself together, and these types of things that ignore the hurt or pain that we might feel. But from a counseling perspective, it's important to feel those feelings of pain, to understand that, hey, what you did to me did hurt my feelings. It did make me upset. Because when we get in touch with those emotions, then we're able to let other people know and let people know what they've done to offend us. Because a lot of times people do things maybe unintentional and they don't even know that they've hurt your feelings. How will they know if they've hurt your feelings if you don't tell them? Like, hey man, I didn't appreciate the way you talk to me. You're letting them know. You're being assertive. You're telling people, because people will treat you how you allow them to treat you. So if you tell people, I don't appreciate the way you did, or you treated me, or you act toward me, or you said that to me, you're letting them know that, hey, this is not cool. And I will not accept you treating me like that. So it's important to acknowledge the pain when someone does something or says something to you. Number two though, it's important to choose to forgive. Forgiveness is a choice. Always remember that. Forgiveness is a choice. Give you a quick example or an idea. Pause this video after you go maybe get 2 or 3 coats. Go get 2 or 3 coats. Put those coats on. Put those coats on one on top of each other. And it's about today at the recording of this video, it's about, say about 80 degrees outside. Walk outside with those 3 coats on. 80-degree weather. Now tell me, how are you going to feel? At some point, you're going to be like, man, it sure is getting a little warm, a little toasty in these jackets. But the more you take those jackets off, what's going to happen? You're going to feel better. You're going to start to cool off. Because no longer do you have those or that weight holding you down, because those coats are holding heat. They're holding heat. It's going to make you hot. It's going to make you sweaty. But when you start taking those layers off, you're going to be cooler. You're going to feel better, and you're going to stop sweating. Choosing to forgive is kind of like that. Because think about it. Sometimes You have people that walk around and they're holding on. They're holding on to stuff. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they're holding on to this stuff and it's weighing them down. It's weighing them down. It's weighing them down. Until they choose to put it down. When you choose to put it down, guess what? Life gets a lot easier. It gets a lot more fun because I'm not walking around holding grudges. That leads me to our third step. Third step is do not seek revenge. Don't seek revenge. A lot of times, in school, normally in school, who gets caught? I'll give you a second. Normally it's the second person. Normally it's the second person that gets caught. Why? Why? Let's think about that first person. That first person, if I want to hit somebody, I'm going to check, make sure the coast is clear. And when I know the coast is clear, then I'm going to, bam, I'm going to hit somebody. But remember, the person that's getting hit, they're not thinking about that at the time. They just know, hey, somebody hit me, I'm going to respond. I'm going to get my revenge. I'm going to hit them back. So, bam, they didn't think about anything. They returned a hit, and the teacher saw, bam, hey, Johnny, I saw you. You're in trouble. Now, he got in trouble because he wanted to get his revenge. And a lot of times in regular society, what happens? Somebody does something. You go get revenge. Hey, now you got arrested because you had to get your revenge. It's a process or chain of command. In school, if someone does something to you, let the teacher know. Let the teacher know what's going on. Because, first of all, the teacher is there to teach. But also, the teacher is there to make sure the classroom or virtual classroom is safe and that no one is getting picked on. So you have to let the teacher do their job by letting them know if someone is messing with you. So don't seek revenge. Don't seek revenge. Let an adult handle the situation. So number 4, let's go to number 4. And number 4 is ask for forgiveness when I do something wrong. Now, all of us know. Now we know right from wrong. Even little babies know right from wrong. And we know when we do something that we have no business doing, or we know if someone does something to us, we know how it makes us feel. But it takes a level of maturity. To go to that person and to say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry for what I did to you. I didn't mean to do that to you. It takes a level of growing up. It takes a level of being mature to understand and realize, hey, I did something wrong. I know it wasn't right to hit her upside the head. I know it wasn't right to spread that rumor about her. I know that wasn't right to steal something from him. I need to go and ask for forgiveness for that person. And if we start now in elementary, guess what? As we get older, it gets easier to admit when you're wrong and to ask for forgiveness because we're trying to raise up and to grow and to build model citizens that are going to be the next leaders. Yeah, you guys are going to be the next leaders. And a part of being a leader is being able and humble enough to know when you're wrong and to ask for forgiveness. Which leads me to the last point. The last point is to move on with life. A little bit ago, we talked about seeking revenge. And the example I gave you earlier about having 3, 4, 5 coats on and weighing you down and things of that nature. At some point, At some point, we have to let things go and move on with life. Many times people hold on to grudges and things, like we said, 4, 5, 6, 15, 20, even 30 years. Something that happened way back in 1965, and we're holding on to it all the way up to now. So long to where you ask that person, hey, why you don't like Jody? Oh, no. We just don't like each other. But you're holding on to it. At some point, you guys, we got to let things go. We can't keep holding things against other people because whether we realize it or not, I'm not perfect. And I know you're not perfect. None of us are perfect. So guess what? We're all going to make mistakes. At some point, we're all going to make mistakes and we're going to ask someone for forgiveness. Don't you want someone to forgive you if you make a mistake? Do you want people to hold things against you forever for your mistakes? I didn't think so. So, let's start forgiving people, letting things go, and moving on with life instead of walking around holding on to stuff and being bitter and being upset. So, in conclusion, the character word for this month is forgiveness. And all forgiveness means is the act or process of forgiving. Thanks again for Miss Smith for introducing our character word. Stay tuned for next month where you never know who I'll get to be our special guest. And as always, it's a great day to be a koala. Make sure to subscribe.